Indeed, it is time to get into the action. Ancient for our second series of the day. And it's going to be MIBR versus a BetBoom team. MIBR getting the start on the T side. Here's your odds on the screen from BetBoom. Free bet $10 on first registration.
So we've got the slight favorites here of MIBR, according to BetBoom. So we'll see how that transpires. Insani certainly seems to agree. He'll open things up. That's a nice opening frag there. And we'll see now what the final play is going to be, Dinko. We've got a B execution here. We're seeing a lot of new smokes. Every tournament, like new ideas, new ways to throw the utility. That's a long smoke, a flashbang going over as well. A Molotov maybe for the Cubby or default. So we'll see where it lands and whether Chiron can defend.
The Cubby, very strong position, especially if he has some help, some distraction, and Chiron let off the leash, only manages one. 3 kills coming in for MIBR. They've absolutely destroyed the site, and there's nothing the BetBoom team can do about it.
Absolutely nothing, Dinko. I think you might be onto something there. Poor old Siren. Pretty far away from this one. He'll be with the dual elites. He's got himself some Kevlar, of course, but he might as well save it, Dinko, to be honest with you. I know it sounds a bit weird on a pistol round, but if you save 100 Kevlar, it means you get a helmet for free. Well, I say for free. A discounted price on the merchant, which is very generous of him.
That's not bad. It's like a buy one, get one free.
The problem is, though, in CS2 meta, although it's not established right now, we're not seeing many force buys in the second round on the CT side. But with the dually saved and the potential helmet there, I would dare say they might give it a go.
There's only a few teams that are currently doing it. It is more free-flowing, loose teams that would be willing to do it. You know, before Snappy left, Ence are a team that like to do it. Spirit have done it multiple times under the helm of Chopper. So we'll see if NaVi elects for that approach on the second round force buy.
I mean, like I said, we're learning so much. I've commentated a lot of CS2 right now, and there's no
and by the way, we remind you that Eco Play, a budget cosplay contest by CS.money, is in its final stage. You can use the banner below the channel to jump straight to the landing page and check out some of the
Have you ever
cosplays.
Have you ever done a cosplay yourself?
Yeah, today, actually.
That's true, actually. We're both doing
I've got
a little
these penguin shoes and a golf
You're
course.
like a country club member.
Yeah, I am a country club member. I don't know if they'd let me in.
I've kind of gone as like a used car salesman today. That's kind of the vibe I'm bringing.
Yeah.
With the white trousers.
Maybe you're selling cars to the country club members.
That's a good point. I could be in the car park waiting for your business.
We've just kind of let you into the building.
Excuse me. Right, where's the cough button? Get used to that.
I made you laugh a little bit too hard there.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, man.
It's okay. So, full eco, like we said, Dinko's explained everything that could possibly happen this round. Unfortunately, there's not much. Maybe we'll see a kill from those dual elites. That's about as exciting as it can get, to be honest with you. It's going to be more of the same. We've got that long smoke, short smoke being set up here by BRN Azan. As you see the Molotov towards default as well. It's P2000s. Have you had a chance to use the P2000s?
Yeah.
I haven't actually I haven't been home in about 2 months, so I haven't used it yet.
I gave it a go, but I still love the USP, man. When you hit the headshot, it's just so
But a lot of people are saying, like, it's... I guess the extra bullet and the recoil control, it just seems to be a little bit more potent in CS2.
Ooh, this round might be cosplaying as something exciting because Danis has come in alongside Siren, and the Pistols have got 2 kills out of this one. Now, bomb is planted, of course, and it really shouldn't get out of hand for MIBR to lose the round. But if the BetBoom team can steal away an AK-47, if they can inflict some more damage and force a few rebuys, this could be massive. So they'll save that AK, and Chiron going in to try and do some damage on the exit. It's Breno holding on. You know, make sure that Chiron doesn't get away with anything extra.
On these full ecos, Dinka, I always say, and it's not my first rodeo, let me tell you. If you get a couple of kills in this sort of round, it's actually a bit of a victory, especially if you save the AK-47. Which is looking likely right now to buy the AK on the CT side, and there's the AWP. That saved AK allows you to bring out the AWP now, and especially Siren with the saved Kevlar as well from the pistol. That's the same body armor he had 3 rounds ago.
Yeah, well, there's a reminder on screen about the cosplay, the Ecos play over at CS.money. That is a budget cosplay contest, but you guys can find information about that at the bottom of the channel. And here we go back into the action. The rifle's out for BetBoom team. You're very excited to see that. And in particular, the AWP.
It's a T-sided map, though, Dinko. We all know it.
We all feel it. But I don't know, man. It's like the CT instant smokes into middle just feels
that
like
CTs
get a lot of control.
Yeah, that is a good point. I think that's incredibly potent right now. As you can smoke from CT spawn, obviously open skyboxes in CS2. We're learning about these more powerful smokes that can happen. And smoke towards the elbow at the very start of the round, it's so difficult to deal with. But there'll always be rebuttals. There'll always be a response. Like, of course, you can blow the smoke open, but...
Most teams on the T side we've seen retake middle. They don't exactly go for early based on spawns to the T side, and we have seen more of a retake strategy for the T's hanging onto the utility. It does mean the T sides can be a little slower and Ancient than maybe we've seen at times in CSGO.
Where's Safe? Making his way in towards that B bomb side again. This is the only side they've been to so far in the previous 2 rounds. Pretty simple execution each and every time. Could be more of the same here. Danitz with the defense of the ramp. A challenging prospect. Insani with the opening frag as well. 5-on-4 in favor of the Brazilians, as we'll see if they can hold on to the B bomb site here.
Oh, this is such a one and done, it feels like, for Danis, but he has to get the one, and he doesn't. He doesn't get a single kill, and Drop is able to open up that B bomb site. Insani goes down to Siren, but there's still a shot at this. 19 seconds left. Leaping through the smoke, it's a kill onto nafany, picked up by Drop. Bomb down. It feels like this one's done. Zorte has to save.
Bit of a Hail Mary there from old nafany, Dinko, I have to say.
Yeah, just threw himself into it.
Because, like you said, there was like 15 seconds left. If he denies the plant somehow, maybe there's a fighting chance. The round was already over, I think. So it's not like a bad play. It was just a risk, I suppose, one that didn't work out for him. Nothing too flashy, though, from MIBR. There's a default into a very kind of subdued B execution. Nothing too remarkable about it, but it works out very effectively as we got this last player in towards the temple position. That's Zorte with the AWP.
That was a last-second purchase for the M4A1S.
Okay, but they do have maximum loss bonus going into the next round, I suppose.
And he's kept around 1K as well.
Yeah, so there'll be a buy, but like, that means if he loses this and gets nothing, the orbs could be difficult to pick up. But
let's go with the glass half full approach. Let's say he frags out. He gets
the hero
rifle
round. I know. You know what? In this costume, I should be Mr. Positive right
exactly.
now. I should be a different
character. You're trying to sell me a car. You know, be positive.
Okay.
Tell me about
all right.
it.
You're right. You're right. Okay. Check out this beautiful stack we've got on the B bomb side. Looking incredibly dangerous here for MIBR. The Tower of Terror.
Does it come with cup holders?
It actually does. Twice.
Oh. And
maybe even thrice if you're in the back seat.
Well, the seat warmer is actually broken apart here. Siren has been burnt to death inside of the donut, and that is a bit of a problem. Now, smoke in towards donut this time from nafany, trying to keep them at bay. Here's the swing up from Chiron, who does not really get too much done from it in the end. I thought he was going to get at least a chance there with the 5-7. But with under a minute left in this round, you've got to hope that you get the big nafany deagle.
He can deliver. I've seen a couple of deagle sequences from old Naffers, and we'll see whether he can step up here. Utility deployed towards the temple. A little smoke there. Not exactly where I think he wanted it to go. Probably more ideal to go in the temple itself.
Ooh, and that has actually allowed Zorte to slip
exactly.
out.
That's the one thing I was talking about, right? He can actually do something with this now. It's a pretty terrible smoke, and they're not watching the flank, Dinko. This could fall apart. Zorte will strike, and I'll read it in. It was getting a little bit out of control, but they managed to win the round. It will be a 4-0. A little bit sloppy. That's what happens if you eyeball smoke, Dinko. If you eyeball smoke, sometimes you can miss them and make a bit of a mess of the round. But they recovered it.
But they did, and it actually provided excitement in the round.
That's true. Probably the highlight so far.
Yeah.
Hasn't been very close in terms of the rounds. It's been pretty one-sided. This was a nice flank, and the swing from Zorte as well. You'd think that might be enough, but it is going to be 4-0 here. BetBoom not really arriving thus far. It's their opponent's pick. It is a T-sided map, and it's still very early days here. But the round.
And again, it's the simple play coming in from MIBR that's just been working out really well for them. Just keeping it nice and simple.
Oh, yes. Here comes the first frag. nafany getting the double kill. Now they've got some rifles. The crossfire has been enabled, and they're looking dangerous here. That's more like it from BetBoom. Managing to find the initial 3 frags here, and Insani will pull one back. This round is far from over, to be honest with you. 1 minute 20 on the clock. They can reset the round and start finding those picks of the AK-47s. If they can't win the round, Dinko, look at BetBoom. They're fully invested, right? Every kill will have a knock-on effect at this point. So slowing it down, bleeding out the utility at the very least is certainly very viable, and then trying to find a couple of kills would be great.
Because you know you've got money in the majority of your players left over as well if you're on IBR, and it's the opposite case for BetBoom. So let's see how they fare and trying to pull this one back and do a little bit of damage. You know, nafany has taken a lot of damage in those early fights, so he's a little bit further back.
Yeah, but what a little spray down he had. The silence 10-4 picking up 2. Should be enough to win the round. Should being the operative word, though.
Definitely being the operative word. But let's see how this pans out, because Insani, such an insane player when he gets going. But he's going to have to do it all on his own now, as X has gone down. Oof. And the AWP for Zorte nails the headshot.
We'll see. The money's starting to diminish on the T side. We've got a Galil up there, a few AKs and an AWP. So not too bad, but you can see that the money's starting to be drained. If BetBoom can win this round, they're right back into this one.
And that's what we want to see for a competitive game, at least. Not so much of your MIPR. And a Zorte playing towards Donut for the opening for him. And Danis has taken Jaguar controls. Deep smoke coming in as well, just to lock that off for the time being. So BetBoom, we've got some early map control. It's the difficult part of holding it. You see, MIPR are not using any nades right now to get anywhere. They've got the control they want. They can slow it down.
Yeah, you're dead on. This is basic control. I guess the next objective right now, we're trying to get cave if possible. They're going to be smoking towards the red room. 2 players heading towards that elbow. So, like you said, it's waiting at that initial utility, especially that elbow smoke. And now it's a bit of a retake of middle. So smoke down, Molotov towards the cubby, and maybe a B split coming up here. So they're just going to be taking vision away from the CT stinker, making sure they can't get anything from red or donut.
Yeah, the scary thing is the timing on that red smoke fade is now gone, and there's double setup inside of this. Chiron and Nafany on either side, and Sani is great in these kind of positions. He should be good for at least one, but he has now got a chance for a second. But you wouldn't anticipate a second player to be so close on that left side. And Nafany's patience, it's starting to weigh. And it's Insani who sits there waiting for the repeat from Nafany, and he gets it.
A one-man army delivers the goods there. Beautiful stuff. Great awareness. Gets the opening couple of frags here. We said if BetBoom can win this particular round, they're right back online. If they lose it, however, in a convincing manner as Insani gets himself a hat-trick. This could be a real problem to solve as they have to save now. There's no chance they can win this round. And you can see we've got Siren low HP as well. They've just got to try and get the hell out of there. But the hunt is on.
I don't know if we got enough time to really big up Insani enough and really talk about some eventualities that could happen when you've got this guy on your team, when you've got him inside of the server. He has so much skill that if he is having one of those games where he takes over the game, he can literally just win you the most crucial rounds, especially in MR12. We've seen games be won in one half. You know, a lot of these games in MR12 can be done before you even get the turn to the second half break. So at this point, you're looking at 5-1 on the board. Money starting to dwindle again for BetBoom. This could get into a real rough position very early on, and they desperately need to hold on to this AWP, if nothing else. And Zorte is doing his best, but the hunt is well and truly on.
Fading away. You can see the odds coming in from BetBoom. Not looking good for BetBoom team, I have to say.
No, not at all. But you guys can get a free bet, $10 on the first registration with the promo code Dacha. So you can see that on the screen right there for BetBoom.
So we know, okay, let's get into the action, shall we? This is looking much better here. That's more like it. The B aggression. They've had enough on the BetBoom side. They've pushed those B lanes. The smoke's down to all the double doors. They got themselves a couple of kills this time. Insani, though, he will be the final boss. Then Nafany will make light work of him. The AK-47 is drawn. Can't get Breno, but surely they've won the round. Another powerful smoke towards those double doors right now as we enter a 4 versus 2. A minute on the clock and more of the same, to be honest with you. Slow it down, reset the round, see if you can find some kills, but that's a beautiful grenade. Couldn't do more damage if he tried.
Yeah, it's now under 1 minute in this round. And I do feel like that's the playstyle I want to see more of from BetBoom, right? It's not exactly the most consistent. You're not going to be able to get it out a lot, but it's always exciting when BetBoom play disruptive, because this is a team that have so much raw firepower, raw ability. They're not going to tactically outplay you at this point in their careers just yet, but they have so much individual skill that when they just pounce on a position together, it can really go the wrong way.
I just noticed in the bottom right, Dinka, we can see the players' specific skins.
Yes, we can.
Now that's a new feature.
That's good, because there's sometimes I see a new skin, not so much these days. We're not seeing too many new cases be added at the moment, but
not too many, no.
Yeah, but none in fact.
Yes.
But you know, it's cool when you recognize the skin. You don't really you like it, but you don't know what it's called. It's always a good way to figure out, and you can get those skins.
That's a good
CS
point.
money.
Yeah. When do you think the next operation will be? Oh yeah, that's definitely bowling.
What do you think, guys?
Bowling attire. I like that.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Here we go then. We're back into the action, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying the show. It's a little bit different. I'm having some fun today. It's a different vibe for a tournament, and it's certainly keeping me gassed up as Drop will actually find that first frag. That's going to be Danis going down, and that's going to be towards that cave position. So they didn't smoke it, Dinko. They actually took the battle to them and actually went for a straight-up one-on-one duel and come out on top and find that 5-on-4.
Yeah, bang. Just like that, it's MIBR up a player, and we return to the action. Round 8 kicking off, and it's Sani. He's kind of being the dominant force in middle.
Definitely.
He's back here again, and he's going to have a fight against Chiron. But Insani doesn't really miss. You know, he's always very considerate about the positions they could be in, and he has got eyes on Chiron's spot inside of the cubby, but he's going to decide he's going to leave that. And now we focus back onto Nafany's defense. He's got to defend the cave, and it's not really all that difficult when you got the Opera with you. You feel pretty comfortable when you're backed up with the AWP. If Zorte's there and not distracted by a ramp play, he could help out. But the problem is now, it is the readjustment from MIBR. They're going to be sending players back over to ramp, which will draw the attention of Zorte away.
Well, they've had great success on this side of the map, so it does make sense. They've got the advantage, but there are 3 players ready and waiting, one of which is Chiron. Haven't had to say his name too much. Only got 2 frags so far. Here comes that same execution, smoke down towards short, Molotov default, smoke long, and it could be a fake. I love this thing. What a great call after conditioning those B bomb side players time and time again. They're actually going to be making their way in towards A, but there is Siren. That's not what you were looking for there, my friend. You heard them all coming.
A mouthful of lead.
You had a whole massive advantage there, and the round is just falling apart at this point. He was good for at least 2 frags there. He couldn't believe his luck. He had 4 players galloping towards him. He's got a smoke down, and he gets nothing. You
got to say, though, a great shot from Drop. He was the first player out of the smoke. It looked like he was just landing from a drop as well, or a jump, rather. So it felt like he hits a nice shot, too.
I guess you kind of have to jump through the smoke, right? You need to avert the crosshair from the initial defending CT, so you can't get a massive spray down. So, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. And so, you got to say, Drop hitting that headshot just unlocks the round entirely. Zorte, we've seen him in this position so many times, haven't we?
Yes, begrudgingly, but we did it.
And round 9 kicks off. And it is a T-side dominant show at the moment. And it could get even worse. If BetBoom drop this, their money not in a good position.
It's been in a pretty rough spot the entire game. But yeah, you're not wrong. And we see potential spam here from danicz, as this time he has got control of the old Jaguar room, as we'll see grenades being exchanged.
Problem is he has got control here previously and then fallen back. This time they're looking to hold it together. There's a different change up here for BetBoom, and it is really heavy on danicz with the utility damage.
That's so much damage with the grenade. That's wild.
That landed in his pocket.
Yeah, literally. All right then. So that's going to dissuade the CTs from an aggressive push, I would say, but we'll see what they've got in their reserves.
I love watching players sort of figure out their way out of maneuvering out of A main. You have this sort of lurk player that can turn into a pressure lurk. You can get out A main, try and sense a timing to get through. We'll keep eyes on what Breno updates throughout this round. But at the moment, the main pack of the attack from RBR heading their way out of elbow. At the front of the charge is Insani. And he's going to be backed up by Drop. Not alone as well. He's got safe in further behind that. And Zorte looking to pick up info. All he picks up is headshots. Drop with 1. Siren and Chiron swing out together. And that's going to be a double kill that draws this one right back. 33 seconds left. Equilibrium on the player count. And it comes down to shots like this. It's Breno that's come out late from A main and nails the headshot on Chiron.
Oh dear, oh dear. navi detected towards the ledge as well. It's going to be Breno continuing to apply the pressure now. 3 versus 1. And yeah, poor old BetBoom, man. They haven't got going yet, Ancient. It's been a rough one for him. It's going to be navi remaining, but he's only got 7 HP.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get going. That's the problem. You know, on MR12, if you have a really bad first half, it's not very forgiving, right? You're in a position where you actually don't have enough room to lose a pistol round. So if you lose a pistol and you don't have enough rounds picked up in the first half, you can already see the victory going the other way. And that's the rough thing about it. You got to at least compete in the first portion.
Anime haircut. It's not as exaggerated as it was in Pro League. I feel like he had a really long, kind of bleached, like 7-foot fringe, kind of reeled it in a bit.
Yeah, I think when you go that hard, maybe your hair needs a little break.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Now look at Breno. He's not braking at all. He's not pumping the brakes at all. We have to check the brakes on this car because Breno's flew through, and it's Siren just eliminated completely. Takes out the Siren. The alarm bells are not ringing, and here's danicz with the Nova. Nice shot coming in.
It was quite nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, nice and clean.
Nice to the Nova delivering on all fronts there, but that might be the only kill they get. Apparently not. danicz will actually pull his second frag of the round. It'll be a miracle they can still win this one. It is a 3-on-3, but bear in mind they have no kits, no utility. It would take an absolute blunder, if you don't mind me saying, Dinko.
No, I don't mind.
For MIBR to give this one away.
Yeah, really, really would. But let's see if there's any blunders being found here in Dubai. Breno boosted up. Time is limited, and so is Zorte's life expectancy. He's gone. danicz now gone. It's over on the time, and I think they realize that. So BetBoom's getting out of there. Good kills coming in, but damage at this point in the half does not matter, and you got to run away. Safe, getting out of dodge. Chiron's died, and it's just an absolute mess, but it's MIBR cleaning up. It's an 8th round on the board.
What do happen in opening halves? It doesn't mean that the game's over by any stretch of the imagination, right? 1 pistol win. All of a sudden, that's 3 rounds, and it closes the gap pretty significantly.
Yeah, that is the more positive way of looking at it in terms, but also 1 pistol loss, it's the other story. But here we go, Drop running up through B. It's actually Insani. They got both of those entries on the B bomb site, and now Exit looking to cut off rotation because the rest of the fights have all gone down already. It's just Chiron, it's just Siren, and there's not really too much competition here.
No, not really. The penultimate round has been bit of a damn squib, I'm afraid.
9-3 comebacks, 8-4 comebacks. Sure, we've seen a lot of those, but you haven't seen a lot of 10-2 comebacks.
No, that's fair enough. And it will be Chiron, at least getting the AWP. Now, if he did something astonishing, there is a chance. It all starts with this frag, though. Gets the dink, Siren drops, and Chiron with no... Oh, God, that's a nightmare. He smoked himself in towards the Jaguar room now. Flashes are coming through, and the M4 will be lost. This is an absolute. So
well,
it's bound to happen.
You're bound to happen. You've been with him for a very long time now.
Yeah, we've done a lot of events recently. Anyway, your name's Adam or Dinko. What do you prefer?
Depends what. Dinko on the cast.
Dinko on the cast. Well, that's what we're going to do right now, Dinko, as the final round of this first half. And it looks like Zorte is fighting back. A double kill. Exactly what they needed here. Can't quite find the triple, but it is going to be a decent advantage here. But the Brazilians are fighting back.
Yes, Brazilians, as some call it. Here they go, back into the fray. And Danis inside of middle. There's still a minute 15 seconds left in this round. It can go pear-shaped. It can go the other way. And Drop is looking to make that happen. He's pushed towards CT spawn. And Danis is actually flanked around the other way. He's trying to chase Safe down, and Safe turns around. South being made, and Safe wins the fight. It's an absolute disaster for Danis. And that is the round back in play here.
Blunder of the day, Dinko.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a front runner for the award. Not one anyone wants to win, but that might be it.
I think we might award them with my shoes, man.
I think it's Dinko's tap shoes / bowling shoes.
Yeah, I think it's got to be. That's so rough. But there's still a chance here for NaVi to clean it all up. We could have a new contender for blunder of the day immediately if they lose this round against NaVi, because this round has been offered up to them on a silver platter. And NaVi coming back in. The low HP retreat. Going back into the safe position of long drop split off, and he's going to be coming down B lane instead. He'll be coming up ramp into the late round, and this should make it impossible for NaVi to get it done because he doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have the utility. And here's the peek from NaVi. Gets on it. Bomb's not planted for drop. It's on the other side. NaVi doesn't know that. There's no way he would have read that. No way he would have predicted that bomb was not planted for him.
I forgot all about that. There's so many good storylines here. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us. We are back with the second half here. The pistol round, of course, as we will see BetBoom team switch over towards the T side here and see if they can put their best foot forward.
Now, we have set up the chance of a comeback, but also the reality of the situation is...
Yeah, I've really kind of driven that one home, haven't I? I've kind of mentioned the idea of a comeback about 5 times now, so let's hope there is a pistol victory to give us something to work with here in the opening map of this best of 3.
Well, we've gone for a very similar approach to when they timed out. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking, is like everyone's in the same position here.
It's an interesting strategy being deployed, but it is now starting to move forward, and it is going to be Zorte taking that first fight. It's actually Siren that lands that headshot from behind. Breno's taken out, and now Drop, he must step up. He's got 2 guns. He's looking to sling them, and it's not going to happen for him. He looked behind him to cave. He thought he was being pressed from 2 sides, but ends up just being the one. And now with that bomb down and planted, BetBoom looked good for this pistol round, but it's gone the other way. Exit and save with 2 kills back, and now it's an even numbers game. It's an even numbers round, and Zorte's gone. It's now favoring MIBR from a 4v2 to the win for MIBR. That takes the top spot. That's the biggest blunder. That's going to be 11 rounds. And it might just be this map.
I'm speechless. Seldom am I lost for words, Dinko. You know that. But at this point, that's going to be this week. MIBR came out on top, and you maybe understand why after this performance. But they can reset. This is their opponent's pick. It's not over yet. There is a force buy here, and somehow an AUG's been purchased. So you've got 3 MP9s, and the AUG is out as well, which you love to see, I suppose. Like, I haven't seen the AUG be so prevalent in years, Dinko.
Yeah, it's back in a big way, isn't it, for CS2?
I didn't think we'd see it this early on, but we'll see if Siren and his AK-47 can answer back here. They need this round. Of course, they have Force Ball on the T side here. They've got an equal exchange as they open things up.
Yeah, but the problem is they've surely got the sight, but then rotation's coming in. They needed that follow-up kill, and they've actually got it. That's a massive moment there for Danis to pick up that kill, and even better on the follow-up. And he can drop behind that smoke as cover, and that really should be the round now.
Well done. We'll take that. At least the bomb got planted in the pistol. That's the most important thing. If you don't win the pistol round itself on the T side, as long as the bomb goes down, it means you have a really potent setup following things up. You can have either glills across the board or a couple of AKs and deagles, and it seems to have worked out for them. A lifeline here for BetBoom team, but they need a life raft at this point. So this is the start of something, the first step in the right direction here, but we are going to save 2 rifles on the CT side. They'll be force buying back into the next one, which I said could be complicated going forward, but it's actually a pretty decent save. And all get an M4. Nothing to be sneezed at. We'll see if the hunt is successful, though. Kyron trying to use the veil of the bomb explosion to get himself a kill, but it will be exit, getting himself another 300.
I'd be very frustrated. And you guys can vote for that Ecos play again over at cs.money.
Ecos play.
Yeah, Ecos play.
Click the banner below the stream. Do it now. And cast your votes. It's Mac 10 trying to sneak its way through. Bear in mind, this is the force buy. It's a guaranteed kill here for NaVi. No problem. Could get a double as well, which he will.
Of course. Mac 10 coming in with a double. There's the swing from safety. It's gone. And now once again, the last 2 players of weapons. We'd like to save it now, I'm sure, but I don't think Zorte is going to let that happen. Insanity making steps. That'll be a death sentence, and that will be... Yeah, we got to wait for a buy round to really start to believe in this, right, for BetBoom. You've got to get into an MIBR round where they get a purchase back, and that's going to be the next round. It's not going to be this one. This is going to be nice and easy for BetBoom. At least it should be. And we should be looking at 11-5. And if nothing else, even if they go on to lose this map, you know, it's the old cliche of at least you're closing the game with some rounds, some momentum.
Absolutely.
And you got into it.
Yeah, you kind of like, you've got all the frustration out now. You've had your arguments, you made it a competitive game, you brought it back. Sure, you didn't win it, but like you sorted yourselves out. Yeah. And bear in mind that they had some issues like setting up as well. I feel like they were just not in the best mindset to get into this series, but if they can find a decent string of rounds here, make it very competitive, they can still win, bear in mind. We're kind of writing that off. They can still win. But this is very unlikely considering the scoreline here. But what a great start on the T-side campaign after losing the pistol, no less, as well. They have posted 3 rounds in a row here. And this looks like this could be another clean one. Just one player going down. And we're going to see if Siren can mop things up. He doesn't necessarily have to, but he's got the MAC-10. Might as well see if he can farm some money here. Same story for nafany. He continues to be a menace with the MAC-10. So, will they find his AK-47? Stay tuned. The answers will be revealed momentarily. Looks like nafany's got a decent idea as to where he could be. Doesn't find the frag just yet. The AK will go down. And it's a clean sweep.
Come back here for them, but MIBR could shut this all right down right now. So let's see how that goes down. It's Chiron heading out of Alpha.
Yeah, but they don't really have everything they need, Dinko. You can see there's the FAMAS is out.
Oh, no.
Aggression here from Chiron, known for it, but it's going to be Zorte to beat him to the punch. He'll get that opening frag drop. Gets just that. They'll be taken down early, and they might just push through the smoke, actually. Don't mind this call at all. It looks like they're thinking on their feet. And going to be boosting up behind the beehive, though. That kind of gives up a lot of information, and Save is more than happy to oblige.
Yeah, a couple of kills coming in now from the CT side. Now,
he saw the barrel.
Oh, yeah, he did. He's going to tuck himself in the boxes here. Chiron's just going to chill back. And Sani's coming into him. That's a free kill for Chiron. Is there a reply from MIBR? Looked like Exit potentially could have swung out of Donut, but he realizes his teammates are making a maneuver through Jaguar. They're about to push out and maybe even get behind Chiron here. 1 minute left on that clock. Breno covers off the blind spot. Danis walks right into him. And now it gives up the ghost that there is a player, in fact, in Jaguar, but MIBR will take it for the kill. And there's 2 inside of here, and that's the trap. You pull them in, you get the double setup, and you get another kill. Yeah,
if you come toward the B bomb side being locked down, you can have 2 players in towards that cave. It's a bit of a gamble. It does allow players to maybe contact in towards the B side, but you don't see that too often. It works out very well here. Zorte's already found himself a kill this round. We'll see if he can find a couple more potentially, get a plant out of this one. He's got 30 seconds on the clock, and he's got to go towards the back lines here. Knows if he just touches the bomb, he's going to be swarmed. They're going to take him down. So if he can find the opening incision, maybe there's something to be said about it, but great positioning here from Breno. And he finds that round of play. Could be the start of an epic comeback here for BetBoom team. Like we said, 7 rounds in a row. Going to blow the smoke, it's safe. Nice little combo, but it's Insani to find that opening kill. What a great performance he's had here on Ancient so far. Hasn't necessarily carried, but he's been part of the conversation almost every single round. Gets himself a second frag, and that's going to be a 5-on-3 and maybe the killing blow here for BetBoom team.
Oh, that set up. He's gone. Goodbye. Yep. Goodbye, Insani.
Good job.
Blown out of the donut. What's your favorite kind of donut, Henry? If you're a donut man.
I haven't had one in about 20 years, I reckon. I think this, I don't want to say any brands. The brand, you know, the main one that begins with a K, the glaze, it's a classic one.
Yep, okay.
Got to be careful with brands on the broadcast.
A glazed donut.
A glazed donut is classic. I don't like anything too fancy, you know. Or do you know what? A traditional British jam donut. That's what I'll go with.
All right, yeah.
I was just thinking of American thing. For some reason, it's called America on the brain.
I think they're called Berliners.
Are they really?
Yeah. It's like a jelly donut.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
that one.
Good. Yeah.
So that's what we're going with. Maybe a bit of custard in there as well. Have you ever tried that?
Custard's the god.
Goated.
That is goated, as they would say. And drop. Ooh, taking out Danis. That's not looking too good for him. Splattered like a jelly donut. Now, plant cancelled. Zorte just trying to pull out a fight to draw a number.
That was actually a nice plan if he got it down. Now it's been delayed. The rotations are coming through. They've got a lot more ground in their favor on the CT side. This retake is going to be so difficult to fend off here. You can see they've got tantalizingly close towards the bomb site here. 2 players remaining trying to hold on to the map of Ancient. Nice little spray down to open things up here, but the grenade finds itself another victim here. And Siren hasn't had the best showing, but certainly not a bad one. It's a 3 versus 1 as we see if he can hold himself here.
No, he won't. Exit hits the headshot, and what a performance performance from MIBR on the opening map of this competition. You've got to feel good if you're MIBR about that. You've got one map under your belt, and I feel like that was such a strong first half. Main smoke in already, crossing towards red. Safe is going to hear a couple of stats from multiple sides, but Zorte is already down secret. What a great position to have early, and what a great opening kill for Siren.
Yeah, they've had a lot of advantages, though, in this series, and haven't necessarily converted all of them. We are going to see Zorte down towards lower. They have not planted as of yet, but they've got that 5-on-4. Going to make their way in towards the vent sits and maybe making their way back towards upper. They've got Siren patrolling the rotations in that very area. They've got to deal with Exit. He's got himself a promising position, but it'd have to be some stunning shots here, Dinko.
Yeah, Exit at the back of the side. It's not a very favorable position for him, but he's doing well. He's got himself one, and the rest of the cavalry arriving from heaven. But remember, there's still a flank here available for BetBoom, and that's in the form of navi, the in-game leader. They're looking for it, and he's gone in. Oh, he needs it. He sinks the kill eventually. And what is this? Finally, it's over, and it's MIBR that have won the pistol. navi really fumbles that one.
If you could see that tiny box.
Badly. And you can see they've gone for the force buy, but it doesn't have all those AKs because, like you said, you didn't get the plant. You didn't get that extra money. So you're now having to play with Tech 9s and Deagles, and this is a great chance for MIBR to have another wonderful start. And not only that, this is a situation, that's the kind of round that frustrates you immediately, and those emotions that you think you've got under control after one day of anger management lessons, that's when, you know, you throw everything at it and you don't feel like you've done it, and all the emotions break through again.
Well, Chiron, we have got an opening kill at least, but, well, that's safe. He's getting a triple, actually.
Wow, yeah.
So that little force buy has been completely...
Place balance after casting your vote too, so make sure to do that. And you can go down and get the banner over at cs.money. There it is on the screen right now.
Beautiful, Dinko. I like that. And we are going to see Safe with another kill here. That's 4 in the last 2 rounds as he looks to mow more and more down. He's got that MP9 making that money, baby, as Breno will chime in as well. So towards the lobby we go. Pretty standard stuff so far. A defensive incendiary from the CTs, allowing them to enable this setup. The AWP towards red. Chiron's checking his position, but he gets a lot more than he bargained for. Famous comes out on top.
And it's rough because Chiron is a player that loves to get involved in early fights. If he's not winning any of those early fights, it's going to kill his confidence.
So you've lost your star player and your in-game leader, and yeah, you just have to go in towards the ramp. You've already taken the aggro away. Oh, this is getting really rough now. Siren at least does get a cheeky frag in response. The Org in a great position here. It's so powerful. Molotov to be deployed, and still will come out on top. It's Breno. They're making mincemeat of them.
Yeah, they're absolutely destroying them. And once again, it is Zorte alone. He's a passive player. He really relies on his teammates, the aggressive players like Chiron, for example, to get you into a position where you've done some damage, you've inflicted some damage to the players and give them a winnable clutch. But when you've got a single kill on the board, no map control, and absolutely no chance, Zorte, even with all the skill that he possesses, it isn't going to be enough to consistently win rounds like this. So it's a really frustrating position to be in for BetBoom, and one they're going to have to take the drawing board again. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout immediately after this round ends.
I think you might be onto something there. I think from the temperament we've seen in the BetBoom camp right now, that everyone seems frustrated. I think the strat book's being torn to shreds. It doesn't seem like they're really connecting together as a squad. Like they're not converting these massive advantages they've had multiple times, especially that pistol. That's going to be a rough one for them to digest going forward. There's only 15 seconds here, and Zorte, he has got the bomb at the very least. I think there's a plan here, Dinko. So that...
Oh, no, he's cancelled that. Now he's running away.
Oh,
trying to bait out a player to come down the vent, but he's not got any of those chances.
If you got the plan, you get money going forward. And he would have a gun as well. They have maximum loss bonus. So bizarre scenes there. I'm trying to work out what the best case scenario was. He gets the kill in the vent. He runs back and plants. I don't think there was even time to do that. But Breno continuing to dominate the ramp room. Siren dropped. And we have got to sneak down. Oh, not much of a sneak. Someone is down the vent. It was looking quite promising for a second, but boom, down he goes, and they know exactly what's up.
Yeah, well, they know about it now, and let's see how they adapt to that if you're MIBR, who have been in such a comfortable controlling position. But that is a fumble and a half right there from Breno. He should have taken that one. And Safe re-peaks, not living up to his name at all, and they've given them this round.
Okay, so finally, some mistakes here from MIBR. They had the advantage this time, but can they bring this round back?
If they lose this round. If BetBoom lose this round.
4-2, they've given up a couple today, and there's low HP players.
Oh, okay. This is the maneuver here. navi coming through secret. Chiron's at Heaven. Perhaps NaVi can take initial attention, get information, allow this Heaven prong to the approach to be much more potent once they've gathered information for the retake attempt. And Exit is just going to be creeping out through the single door. Front of the AK-47. Soundy, there's the kill. That's the first offered up for free. There's the second kill, but unable to sink the ship, but that'll do it. That'll be the kill on NaVi, no problem. And now the plant going down, but remember, Chiron's still in the rafters. This could be the position that still wins the round for BetBoom. But MIP are so good in these kind of scenarios, so methodical. They've still got utility.
No.
They've cleared out Dennis, and they find him in the rafters. Chiron goes down, and that is a ridiculous round to lose.
Don't show the player cam. Like, it'll break my heart. It's going to break my bloody heart. Torn apart. 5-0, ladies and gents.
And you guys can get a free bet over at BetBoom by using the code Dacha. That will give you $10 over at BetBoom if you use that code. But yeah, 5-0. And I think BetBoom, if you're playing in the tournament, there's no secret. Let's not be around the bush. The tournament's called the BetBoom Dacha, right? You certainly have got a little bit of expectation being the team under the title sponsor to feel like you have to perform here, right? And if you're a team that's losing rounds like that, it's only going to get to your emotions even more. And this is a gun round that is melted. Melted so quickly, like ice cream in the Dubai sun.
Wow. Now that's why you're one of the best in the business. You can really paint a picture with your words, Dinko. You've really found something quite special there. Poetic. One of those, pretty much.
I hope you get the gist of it.
Exactly. It's a lot of fun here. I hope you're enjoying a different vibe, a different flavor to a Counter-Strike tournament here. Zorti got a bitter taste in his mouth, unfortunately, as he misses another AWP shot, doesn't quite connect.
Well, he got the AWP out on the T side. Now, you mentioned T-side AWPing nuke, it's not exactly the most focal point, but I think in this kind of position where nothing's working.
Oh, you're desperate, right?
You're just doing anything
and you can see like he's pulled it out without a helmet as well. That is quite significant against the M4s, but they don't have a ton of those. They've got AKs on the CT side and full force here. It's safe to crack things open. That's a good one for the future. Remember that, crack the safe.
Yeah, crack the safe. All right,
for future in the tournament, we'll save that one. No one will remember. We'll use crack the
11
safe.
Oceans.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah, exactly. 11 Oceans.
No, I know it's Oceans. Oceans
Okay.
11, but you can make it a little bit more subtle.
Okay, all right, I see what you're doing.
Sails the 11 Oceans.
Cracks the safe. All right, well, this is... I'm trying to find some hype here, but every round has just been so convincing for MIBR. This is 7-0, unless there's a 4-on-2 going against them, but it doesn't look likely. 2 players remain, no utility, Dinko, and an AWP in the AK. Bear in mind, both players have got helmets as well, so not only are they at a man disadvantage, they're extra squishy, and are going to be both toward that outside area with 30 seconds to spare.
Yeah. 30 seconds, that's all they've got.
It's about as uncomfortable as my loafers right now.
Well, a 2v4, to pull that back, you know, we've seen it on the other side of things. We've seen MIBR do it, but they've had a lot more time to work with a lot more space, and it doesn't feel like MIBR are offering those same kind of opportunities up to BetBoom here. 15 seconds left in the round. That's a great shot from NaVi. If he gets a second here, there's a question to be answered, and it's unfortunately not a second for NaVi.
It will really run the defaults on this map. You're kind of like having to condition players with outside wall of smokes and different variations of that, and maybe trying to drop down the vents and trying to get some map control. You can't just wait for a kill. CTs don't probe too much. You can work towards that outside area primarily, but we're going towards ramp this time. And bear in mind, they've been absolutely wrecked every time they go in that area, but maybe they can take Breno down this time. But like I said, he's got the AK-47 on the CT side, and he's in a pretty promising position as well. We'll see if he can get the job done once again.
Yeah, Breno just chilling back in the corner, waiting for NaVi to round the corner with the AK-47. Sees the shadow, doesn't react in time even, and that's Breno going down again. Now, this was kind of the best chance earlier in this half, was when they got that ramp entry on Breno and they got down into the lower bomb site. Still unable to convert it. That was the disaster round with a 4v2. But this, again, it's Insanity unraveling their plans. They get the opening entry very cleanly, and then he comes back in for a double.
Drop's done a great play here. He snuck in the smoke. They have no idea they're running past him.
That's it.
Oh, he's denied the plant as well. This is the thing of beauty. 3-on-2, still salvageable for the BetBoom team.
Here he comes. NaVi up on top of the rafters, creeping back in. Good shot on drop. Is there anything else here for the in-game leader?
He's got so much to do, though, Dinko. He's got to plant that bomb, find 2 kills, and defend the C4 if possible.
Right. If the bomb went down, it's a different story, but now he's got to figure out where that AWP is, and Safe will tell him with there again at some point here in the remainder of this half. But free bet, $10 again on the first registration over at BetBoom. There's also a bonus $500 for new users using that same code, Dacha, so make sure you guys get involved. That's a good opening again. This time it's Siren.
There we go.
This surely is.
Can't give this one up, lads. Definitely not now. 5-on-2.
In fact, MIBR will give this up to save most likely.
No, they've got so much money. I think they'll give it a go.
Because the loss bonus sure is there, but you actually don't have a lot of cash left over on the T side. So yeah, damage here could be absolutely massive.
So they're going to at least explore their options. There's no bomb planted yet. Like, you've got an AWP in play as well. So
we've had a 2v4 where we see a 2v5. Here's the first kill. It's drop coming in. Turns his back though. That's going to be the execution.
Finally.
And got it. Yeah, it took a while, but eventually it did happen.
I thought there was another moment there. That 5-on-2, that opening frag, you'd think maybe there's a chance, but it's certainly shut down now. Safe. We'll just have to save at this point, as we'll see him holding towards the trophy room. One round has been found.
Crack the safe, save the safe.
Save the save.
It's so good.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot to explore here.
8-1. All right. This is the way back, Henry. One round, you get 2 more at a minimum. And that is at least a chance to come back in the second half. You want 4, though, in this half, and that is available to the side of BetBoom. Let's see if they're able to do it. And actually, the player that steps up in this round is Siren's opener, sure, but it's nafny. All of those follow-up kills.
Tory there. It's Captain Knives, brought to you by CS Money. He's got a lot of them, hasn't he? How many knives does this guy need?
Yeah, that's only. He might even have more, knowing this guy. You know, he's got a lot of knives, a lot of stylish melee weapons, and we're going to see nafny with some style over the top boxes, clearing close, making sure no one is pushed up, and he's got that information as they creep on outside. Not electing for the Henry G smokes, the most standard approach here, the old smokes.
Old, but tried and tested, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, it's been thrown for generations, and it still seems to be providing success here. But okay, I was about to say safe sort of guaranteed kill. Apparently not. Danis takes him down. The ramp room has been their main point of entry for these opening kills. Like, to be fair. And this is a very important round. If you lose this one, it's GG. The series is over. If they win this round, the 5-on-4 they've got, the money is broken on the CT side. They probably eco, or at the very least save some weapons. But we'll see if they can convert the round. They haven't been great at actually doing much of these advantages. And a run boost. Oh, my goodness, Dinko. That is disgusting.
Oh, well, nafny still gets at least the kill.
At least they get the trade. I'll give you that. Yeah, that's fair enough.
There's a chance here at least, but no longer.
Dwindling.
Zorte is able to get a 1v3 under his belt. But there we go. Zorte looking to go and win this 1v3. Clutches are his forte. And he's going to have a position inside of the lobby. Exit, walking towards him, but cancels that maneuver.
There's just no time to really sit here waiting. Like, you've got 25 seconds. He's still need to clear the upper bomb side, the rafters, the vents. So much to do. We've got no utility really apart from a flashbang. And that should have been his kill. Hasn't really been the case. If they can get 9-3, Dinko, we'll give him a fighting chance. But they have to get there first.
Yeah, the problem is inside of this group, you're looking at other teams like Cloud9 in there too, and Gamer Legion. So it's not an easy group for them to be in, but
yeah, that was the opening game of the tournament, right? Gamer Legion, Cloud9. The latter coming out on top, as you might expect. But this was a bit more of a 50-50 affair. MIB are maybe the slight favorites, considering they won last week, but still not in this blowout fashion. Exit completely dominates them through the smoke there. Triple kill as he claims his hat trick. And now poor old nafny, once again, will have to fight his way out too from bloody nail.
Yeah, well, he's trying his best, but it's not going to happen for nafny. Once again, it's Zorte left in the 1v3. This time he has more time to work with. So he's going to come out of the hut and looking for him is drop. And oh, what a shot. What a shot from the sniper. And he might have a shot at winning this one in the 1v2 now. They're separated. They're not together. And Zorte is looking for his chance, his opportunity. Jumps over the main cross, not wanting to get caught because he knows that safe is still up. And that AWP could be posted on that main position. And so Zorte, with some swift movement, has been able to get himself down the vent, and we'll start to think about a lower bomb site finish. Problem is here, has he got the bomb available to him? So where is that? It's safe is tracked it down.
Inspiring storylines for BetBoom team, but once again, I'm at a loss for words because they have not turned up whatsoever. Not into Ancient, but Nuke as well, their pick. 10-1. I think it goes without saying, ladies and gents, they need this last round. I think that's a fair enough statement to make. Safe, though, with another cracking shot there to open things up. 11-1, anyone? Could happen. Don't see many of those these days.
No, you don't see many of those at all.
Especially in your map pick in a kind of 50-50 sort of affair. It's not like it's David versus Goliath here.
No, no David versus Goliath fights around here. Kasad not in attendance, but I'm sure if he was here, there will be plenty of those.
Yes, indeed.
But it is now a tough time for BetBoom, looking at the damage they have sustained early in this round in particular. And here they go, charging out. Danis needed that kill. He's got it. Raptor set up again. Dropz has just been so good this series, hasn't he? He was the best player on the first map. He's looking to do it again here. Another
great
huge multi-kill, and he gets out of dodge completely.
Yeah, he just carried. Good luck, Kyron and Co. We'll see what he can make of it. What have we got? In terms of, what's that noise? Oh, that's a little mascot coming in.
Yeah. That's your free bet. That's your free bet. That's your free $10 if you go over to BetBoom.
Okay, it all comes together.
Yeah, and use the code Dacha. So
there it
is.
is.
That's what that is. All right, Danis, nice shot. Nails it right on the head of safe.
Here he comes again.
I can hear him. But let's see. Is Danis going to get another one here? He's smoked out at the window.
Come on, boys. We need this. Goes without saying. You can see the odds don't look great. And it's about as bad as it can possibly get, to be honest with you. But with his opening kill in the pistol and maybe a chance of a plant. Oh, that's the thing. Like, even if they win the pistol now, the fact the bomb's gone down makes things very problematic for reasons we already stated, Dinko. So we'll see if that bomb does go down.
Oh, nice shots coming in from Zorte and Danis. But there's the shot from Dropz. They can get out of here. They've got plenty of time. They're not looking the right way. Kyron needs to flick on over. And I thought Dropz had that one. I don't think Dropz was expecting Kyron to not be aware for it.
It's a really weird round, isn't it?
Oh, but the bomb plant is cancelled. They don't get the bomb down. And Dropz actually won that battle on the lower bomb side against Kyron. And now Exit looking to duel against nafany. There's no way they can lose this. Absolutely no way. Surely they can't lose this round. Yeah. nafany gets taken out. No, not like this. Not like this.
It's absolutely like this, Dinko. He's got to come at the vent. Yeah, he realizes there's literally no way I can win the round if I go at the vent. They know where I am. They've spotted me already. They got the opening 2 frags of this round, and then piece by piece, they've been torn limb by limb, and it's just going to be Danis here. He's managed to get a decent frag in the round, a couple of them, but he'll need 2 more as the bomb ticks at some pace. There is a kit available in the upper bomb side, bear in mind. He may be, he doesn't completely clear the vent, and it's understandable. Like, you've got so much.
It will be Nova for Mr. Zorte, and everybody else kind of piecing together what they can, but this is going to be a 13-1 victory coming in the second map. Dropz has locked in that headshot on nafany. This looks good now for the Brazilians.
I mean, it's been looking great for a while. I think, I'll be honest with you, it's been looking pretty decent ever since we started here this series. But a quick 2-0 looks to be exactly what the doctor ordered here for MIBR, as it has to be the 4th spy. We're at series points already. So we are going to see if there is any chance that they can do anything with this. We're going to have shotguns, 5.7s, MP9s, and for now, a little bit of a lobby push. The CT's trying their absolute best here to make a bit of a dent if possible.
3v3, down to just 2 now, and MIBR, after starting this round with the opening pick, down to 3 players looking to try and pull this back, and Insani might have just done it with that blow. He's got the information too on Siren's position, and he's got to fight on multiple sides. The 5-7 goes down, and so will BetBoom team down on the second map, 13-1. What a performance today from MIBR. They